Hey! You guys are beautiful. Okay, so I'm a millennial, and this is what millennials do. We're gonna take a selfie. So get in here, give me your selfie face. You guys are amazing. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna post that on my Twitter face, Insta chat, and go. Okay, you guys will enjoy tonight. I have no doubt. I'm tweeting this right now. It really is going to be on Twitter, so you can follow me at Gordon Weirich on Twitter. But that's not why I'm here. I'm actually here because I was invited, and this is an incredible opportunity that I did not want to miss. So I was born and raised in Harrisonburg. I'm a Harrisonburger, or Bergian, whatever the heck we are. I was born at RMH, that place that's now somewhere else, but things changed, and that's good. So tonight I have the privilege of sharing with you all stories of hope, right? Because this generation, the Gen Ys and the Gen Z, whatever the names are, actually the I generation, have you heard that one yet? Like that's like the post-millennial generation. I think they get a really bad rap, right? They're kind of designated as like the selfish generation, the I generation, right? Like iPhone, I, me, it's all about me. But I think it's not really fair just because they invented the selfie, like we're gonna like let them have that. Like that's mean. It's terrible. But I believe in so much more than like the generalization of the Justin Biebers and the Miley Cyruses and how that gets like cast down on these young people today. I have real stories of hope. And I really hope that you're inspired tonight because I'm talking about Harrisonburg. I'm talking about young people in Harrisonburg that are making a real difference in the world. Harrisonburg, there's hope for this generation. So I'm going to start real quick with just some personal stories. So when I was 19, I was completely hopeless. At least, I just didn't know it. I was stuck somewhere between being really passionate about my future and also being really fearful about my future. Not knowing what it held for me. So it excited me, but dude, it got me scared. So I did what any 19-year-old would do in my situation, being very passionate and being kind of dumb at the same time. I proposed to my girlfriend at the time, and then I moved to Maine. Right? I don't know why anybody would leave Harrisonburg and move to Maine. I don't recommend that. I don't know why anybody would move to Maine, period. I'm sorry if you're from Maine, but it's cold there. It's cold. Like in May, it's cold in May. So I moved to Maine, and I had this extreme vision to like run away from my problems and like create this perfect utopian life with my now fiance. And that obviously didn't happen. We crashed and burned really bad. And so now, at this time, fast forward 2 years, I'm single, I'm heartbroken, and I'm lost. I'm like hopeless. I've lost all hope. So I do what any hopeless 21-year-old does in my situation. I get my CDL and I start driving trucks across the country. True story, I really did that. And so it was strange. At this time in my life, I'm hopeless, I'm really seeking something, but I'm also like just trying to run away from my past. But I've got this incredible time to like reflect on who I am, who I'm becoming. And it's this time of like learning about myself that I actually discovered that I can stir up some hope. Like that it's not over yet. I've gotten to here by some pretty poor choices and maybe some lack of support and maybe some lack of listening to those trying to support me, but it's not over yet. So I come out of this with this deep-rooted sense that the best is yet to come. Right? That no matter how I got to where I am today, that I can stand firm on the belief that the best is yet to come. And it's not some wishful thinking. I don't want you to think hope is like, oh, I hope that I can do something later and like make it good. I'm not talking about that kind of hope. I'm talking about a deep-rooted belief in something real, something inside ourselves that's drawing us into that best that's yet to come. Okay? So where I stand now, despite the craziness of my journey, the story that I can tell is despite where I was, I did get to where I am today. And if I can do it from where I was, if I can get to where I am today from where I was, I know a ton of young people who are going to get there a lot sooner, who are going to step into their destinies a lot sooner than I do. Guys, there's hope for this generation. For instance, the past 4 summers, I've had the incredible opportunity to organize this camp called Renew Camp. We take 10 to 15 local churches, we combine our youth groups, and it's essentially a mission trip to Harrisonburg. So I'm a youth director at a local church, Grace Covenant Church, and we're working alongside these other churches, and what we're doing is we stay overnight at a local high school, and we work hard. We work in this community. We serve at dozens of local organizations. We wake up early in the morning, and like if something broke back there, like we would fix it. We would send students to fix it because that's what we do. So we would serve and we would work hard, and it's crazy because we do everything from like building wheelchair ramps to like painting fingernails at a nursing home. And I don't know why, but like over 200 students from this community like want to be a part of this. And that's crazy to me because we're inviting students to come like the first week of their summer to sleep on the cement floor at a high school and then work like all day long. Like in the evenings, we kind of let them rest. Like we have some keynote speakers and we do some fun churchy stuff. But they're working, and they're working hard. And we do feed them food, but that's definitely not the draw. Like this, it's like semi-nutritional. It's all right. It keeps you going. But it's not the draw. I mean, what I believe that the draw is that they're learning to value people. By serving and by working hard, serving hard people who often get overlooked, I think they're learning to value people as people. No matter what their race is, no matter what their ethnicity is, their age, their social status, whatever it is, they're learning to value people. And there's incredible hope in that. So as if that's not enough, at this Renew Camp, they also get this opportunity to like step into their leadership identities. Now that sounds kind of strange, but what I mean is this. There was a student this year, and we were just crazy enough to do this. Like for our keynote speaking, we gave teenagers the microphone and said, you guys are going to speak to us. I mean, there was some application stuff, and we organized it. It was great. But we gave students microphones and said, we believe in you. We want to hear from you. Talk to 200 of your peers and 100 other people. It'd be great, just 300 people in a room. You can do it. So enter Isabel, right? Isabel's this 19-year-old who has leadership oozing out of her ears. The only problem is she has no idea. She has no idea what's inside of her. So what do? I call it out in her. Say, Isabel, I want to hear your story. I want to hear how you think. I want to hear what goes on in your heart when you live life. And I want you to share it with 300 people. And she's, what? Okay. She was super timid at first. But as I worked with her, and we got to like sit down and share these stories of hope. Her stories of hope. Her belief in hope. She totally like began to own her identity. She stepped into it and started living it, embodying what it means to be a leader. Not just on stage, as she gave a talk, which she totally killed, by the way. It was awesome. But it was moments where she would call me up and say, you'd never guess. My friend who's going through this hard time, they're calling me because they want to know what I think. And the advice I'm giving them is actually helping them. And she began to realize that just by the way she is, who she is, and when she shows up in a situation, she's embodying what it means to lead, to have an effect on people. And it's incredible. Guys, there's hope for this generation. And I tell you all of this because I want us to realign our perspectives on the truth of this generation. Yeah, we say that they're going to hell in a handbasket and it's selfish and it's hard. It is. I mean, it is hard. But they're living powerful lives. living lives of just incredible hope. So, if you don't remember anything that I say tonight, please remember this. Okay? I wrote it down so I don't forget. Please hear this, guys. You have permission to believe in this generation. You also have permission to believe in yourself because you're a part of this too. I want to ask you guys to keep calling out the extraordinary in the people around you. I also want to invite you right now to do something with me. I want you to envision the moment that somebody called something out in you. Maybe it was the first time somebody pegged you as a leader. Maybe it was the first time somebody called you and needed your specific help on something, but they needed you. You guys can be that for somebody. You can give somebody that moment. You can be the launch pad for somebody's destiny. So guys, keep your eyes open. There's hope for this generation, and I believe the best is yet to come. Thank you guys.